48 teams, 3 countries, 104 matches. The biggest World Cup in the history of the planet kicks off June 11th. And I'll be honest with you, most people watching it won't actually understand how the whole thing works this time. It changed a lot, but that's exactly why you're here. Grab a seat, get comfortable, and in the next 8 minutes, I'll take you through this entire tournament, start to finish, pixel by pixel. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll know more than the guy yelling at the TV next to you. Let's go! So let's start with the big one. For basically my whole life, the World Cup meant 32 teams. That was the number. Not anymore. This summer, it's 48, the most there has ever been. 16 extra teams, 16 extra dreams. And for the first time ever, one country isn't enough to hold it. It's spread across 3, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 16 host cities, thousands of miles apart. Some teams will play in the desert heat of Texas, others up in the cool of Vancouver. Picture the air miles these squads are about to rack up. And it all begins in one very special place, Mexico City, at the Estadio Azteca. This stadium is football royalty. It's the first stadium on Earth to host 3 different World Cups, 1970, 1986, and now 2026. Pele lifted a trophy on that grass. Maradona scored the most famous goal of all time there. And on June 11th, the host nation Mexico walks out to open the whole show against South Africa. Goosebumps already. Okay, here's the part that confuses everyone, so let me make it ridiculously simple. 48 teams get split into 12 groups, 4 teams in each group. Every team plays 3 matches, 1 against each of the others. Win, draw, lose, you collect points. Standard stuff so far. Now, the top 2 teams in every group go through. 12 groups, 2 each. That's 24 teams marching into the next round. But here's where it gets clever. 24 isn't a clean knockout number, so FIFA added a lifeline. The 8 best third-place teams across all 12 groups also sneak through. 24 plus 8, that's 32. And this, my friend, is brand new. A round of 32. It has never, ever existed in World Cup history before this tournament. So what does that mean for you? It means coming third in your group no longer automatically sends you packing. Lose a game, look dead and buried, and still crawl into the knockouts through the back door. More teams, more chaos, more, wait, they're still alive? Moments. I'm here for every second of it. Alright, let's talk groups, because some of these are absolutely loaded. Group C is a heavyweight straight away. Brazil, 5-time champions, the most decorated nation in history, drawn right next to Morocco, the team that stormed into the semifinals last time and made the whole world believers. 2 giants, 1 group. Only so much room. That's must-watch from day one. Scotland and Haiti rounded out, and trust me, nobody rolls over for the big names anymore. But the one I've got circled? Group D, co-hosts USA, roared on by a home crowd. Tough, gritty Paraguay, Australia, who never make it simple for anyone. And then, Turkey. This young Turkish side is genuinely frightening. Quick, fearless, and they did not travel halfway across the planet just to wave at the cameras. USA against Turkey, when those two finally meet, set a reminder, that one's gonna be personal. Then there's Group I, pure firepower. France with Mbappe in the form of his life. Senegal, an African heavyweight, powerful and proud. And Norway are finally back at a World Cup after 28 years in the wilderness. And you know what that means. Holland. Mbappe and Holland, same group, 2 of the deadliest strikers alive. Somebody's going home early, and it's gonna hurt. Over in Group J, it's all about one man. Argentina are defending the crown, and Messi, maybe, just maybe, one last dance on the biggest stage of all. And look who got drawn in with him. Jordan, at their very first World Cup ever. Picture it, you wait your entire history to qualify, and the football gods hand you Lionel Messi. 47 other nations would love nothing more than to send him home. Football doesn't write scripts better than this, but Messi isn't the only legend chasing a fairy tale. Over in Group K, Portugal arrive with Cristiano Ronaldo, almost certainly his final World Cup too. 2 of the greatest who ever kicked a ball, sitting on opposite ends of the bracket, both hunting the one trophy that's escaped them. If they somehow collide in the knockouts, the planet stops spinning. And don't sleep on Group L, England and Croatia, drawn together again. The very 2 teams that fought out that gut-wrenching semifinal back in 2018. Croatia broke English hearts that night. 8 years on, the rematch lands in the group stage. Revenge has a date. Honestly, picking one single group of death this year is impossible. 4 or 5 of them have a real claim. That's what 48 teams does to you. The chaos starts on day 1. Now, this World Cup isn't just about the giants. With 48 spots up for grabs, the door swung open for nations who'd never been before. Cape Verde, a cluster of tiny islands with barely 500,000 people, qualified for their first ever World Cup. Curaçao, smaller still, did the same. Jordan and Uzbekistan, also first-timers, with entire countries about to stop and watch their boys walk out on the world stage. That's the part that gets me. For some of these players, just hearing their anthem at a World Cup is the dream of a lifetime. But for every fairy tale, there's heartbreak. Italy, four-time world champions, didn't even make it. Knocked out in a playoff, missing a third World Cup in a row. A football superpower, watching this one from the couch. That's how brutal qualifying has become. Oh, and one more number for you. The prize money this year? A record $871 million. Yeah, worth getting out of the group, I'd say. So where is all this actually happening? 16 cities, 3 countries. The most spread out World Cup we've ever seen. 11 venues in the States, 3 in Mexico, 2 up in Canada. It opens where football royalty lives, the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. It runs through cathedrals like SoFi in Los Angeles and the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. And it all ends at MetLife Stadium, just outside New York on July 19th. Dallas, though. Dallas is the real workhorse. Its stadium hosts 9 matches, more than anywhere else in the whole tournament, a semifinal among them. And here's the brutal part nobody's quite ready for: the weather. Some squads will be running through the desert furnace of Texas and Monterey, where the heat turns savage by kickoff. Others get the cool ocean air of Vancouver. Same tournament, completely different planet. And surviving that heat could decide who's still standing come July. And this is the bit that shapes everything. From the quarterfinals on, the whole tournament squeezes into a single country. Every match from that point lives inside the United States, the last 8, the semis, and the final. So the deeper your team runs, the closer it pulls to that one night in New Jersey. The group stage wraps up on June 27th, and then the gloves come off. June 28th, the brand new round of 32 begins. 16 straight win-or-go-home matches. July 4th brings the round to 16. Quarterfinals on the 9th. Semifinals on the 14th and 15th. And then, Sunday, July 19th, the final at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, in front of the world. And in the knockouts, there are no second chances. 90 minutes level, you play 30 more. Still level, penalties. 1 ball, 1 keeper, 12 yards, and a whole nation holding its breath. I've watched grown men collapse to their knees over a single penalty kick. By the end of this tournament, so will you. So who actually lifts it? Argentina are defending. France look terrifying. Spain are playing the most beautiful football on the planet right now, with a teenager named Yamal doing things that shouldn't be legal. Brazil, England, Germany, Portugal, they all fancy it. But this format cracks the door open for a shock. Morocco proved last time that the Giants can fall. With 48 teams, somebody nobody's talking about will go on a run. They always do. That's the magic of the World Cup. And that's it. That's the whole 2026 World Cup laid out for you. You now know more than half the people who will be glued to their screens this summer. Next up, I'm breaking down all 12 groups, team by team, hunting for the real group of death. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. I'll see you on the pitch.